Good morning! I have this electric skateboard, but unfortunately it is broken. The plastic casing has cracks everywhere and the motors and switches need to be rewired. As it is my primary mode of transportation, I will take care of this maintenance issue in this video. I got that I have been using it intensively for the past 6 months and it has started having some issues as it is a Chinese clone of the boosted board. It is not as performant but also is much less expensive. First of all, I have gotten a plastic box which will act as our new casing. I also like how cool it will look in the end as we will be able to see all of the electronics. This being said, I plug in my soldering iron and my Dremel tool in order to make the box fit the electronics. I am using the mandrel and then the bending wheel of my Dremel tool in order to remove the thumb compartments. I have also cut out the top of the box as I will not need it. I can then melt some holes for the motor wires and shape a concave out of the box, which will be required for the waterproofing later on. I have also melted 2 more holes for the switch and the charging port. Unfortunately, my hole for the charging port is too big and too inconsistent, so I have to buy an O-ring. In the meantime, I have designed a 3D model of the brackets which are going to hold everything to the board and another model of the charging port adapter. I can transfer the files to the 3D printer before leaving. Unfortunately, once that I come back, I see that the 3D print is way bigger than I expected it to be. I have thus made some iterations to the 3D file and then sent it to the 3D printer again. I have messed up the concave on the first plastic box, and so I have to make another one with the new box, this time being much more careful. All of the electronics now fit, but my 3D printed parts now are slightly too small. I have tried to widen them with my soldering iron, but it didn't work. I have thus tested a new model which finally works. This allows me to mix a batch of epoxy glue in order to fix my 3D printed pieces to the frame. I have added some tape in order for my pieces not to fall while the epoxy is drying. Unfortunately, my epoxy already was dry as it is a quick 5-minute bond type of glue. I have bought a new batch on my way back from school and I can then finish to glue everything. I have removed the screws on the motherboard and I can prepare my wires for the soldering part. Most of the old wires could not maintain a good and strong contact. This means that I have to replace most of the connectors. Moreover, it is now time to drill the holes in the skateboard. In order to do so, I have drawn out the position of the holes. Unfortunately, it was inaccurate and so I had to redraw my measurements on a piece of tracing paper. After having checked the accuracy of my drawing, I can then drill the holes with a drill bit slightly bigger than the size of my bolts. I have also added the charging port and the nuts in their holes. I have used some hot glue so that they do not fall. Unfortunately, the main power switch is not working as the problem comes from an issue in the motherboard. The skateboard always is turned on, but I can always add my own switch in the main circuit of the battery. The charging port also had a bad contact at the point of the battery, and so I am going to finish this project off camera. Things are not working as planned, and I have to say that it is because this electric skateboard was designed to be used as a toy. I have been using it every day for the past 6 months, and so it is understandable that the skateboard breaks down. If I cannot manage to fix the electronics, I still have the in-hub motors with me, which means that I can always add my own speed controller and much bigger batteries so that I have a board that is an absolute beast. It would have a range and top speed much bigger than the one of an actual boosted board. In conclusion, many Chinese electronics are of crappy quality, so be careful when buying a cheaper option. None of this would have happened if I had a boosted board. I am going to fix the board though, as it is incredibly useful to me in my everyday life. That is it for today. If you know someone that is planning on buying an electric skateboard, you can share this video with him as it might prove to be very useful to him. Thank you for watching.